I think I'm just having a hard time because 2025 I was just trying to survive. I gotten the double mastectomy and the reconstruction in September 24. Then they put me on tamoxifen in November 2024. Then I noticed my mental health was declining. The breast surgeon explained that because they removed my breast tissue, it dropped my hormone levels. Then they put me on tamoxifen and then it dropped my hormones level even more. And during that time, I was in perimenopause, so could also drop my hormone levels. And because of the type of cancer that I had, I couldn't take hormone replacement therapy. So I just had to deal with it. I couldn't take anything that would help, like ashwagandha or whatever, or black cohorts or something. All of those natural stuff. So I couldn't take anything. So in November, right after taking tamoxifen, I noticed mental health declining. It started getting worse through November, December, January, February, March. My friends were like, have you thought about taking antidepressant? And I'm like, and so I asked my oncologist at the time, and she was the one who pressured me, who told me I needed to be on tamoxifen. And she was the one who said, you were dealt with very good cards. Don't mess that up. I'm like, I'm having depression. And she's like, everybody gets sad now and then. The side effects of tamoxifen is it gives you menopause symptoms like depression, like hot cold flashes, like night sweats, all of those things. So I had all of those things. Thank goodness, it wasn't that bad. At night it'll be cold, but I'm like damp, so I'm like humid. I didn't sweat so much that, the bed would be super wet or anything. How's my gray hair though? It's coming in good, huh? I gotta look at the positive. So anyway, this oncologist, she should have known. She should have known all the symptoms. And she just blew it off like, oh, everybody gets sad now and then. I'm like, you are an oncologist. I'm not here just for an everyday checkup. I'm here to follow up on my cancer. So I asked to be transferred to another oncologist. Yeah, you can't just switch oncologists. She has to release me to somebody else because I can't take hormone replacement, HRT, hormonal replacement therapy. The only thing I can take is antidepressant. Maybe in March or beginning of April, they put me on Zoloft. The Zoloft and the tamoxifen together, it was just making me super tired all the time. Like, I had no energy. I couldn't even smile if I wanted to because I was so tired. Like, my face was so tired. With the tamoxifen, it was recommended the venlafaxine Effexor. I asked to change to the Effexor, and the doctor's like, yeah, that's a good choice. Why didn't you tell me this before? He's like, oh, I thought you just wanted to take the Zoloft. I'm like, come on, if you think that there's a better choice, why didn't you offer that? You have to advocate for yourself. You have to do your own research. Took the Zoloft for probably about 3 months, and maybe around July with antidepressant. You can't just get off of it right away. You have to wean off. I felt like the venlafaxine was working because I started feeling better. It was like up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think that's when the medication was just trying to work with my body. In August, September, October, November, I was just like, my body was going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then in December, I kind of felt like I had some control. And then it wasn't until January of this year, 4 months ago, when I really felt better. I felt better, like things are really changing. That is now my new baseline. I started feeling better in January that I have to continue taking the venlafaxine into the summer. In July, we'll, reassess. In the meantime, I got off the tamoxifen last week because tamoxifen is for perimenopausal. I think I'm in postmenopause. They can switch me to another medication for postmenopausal, and we're going to wait until June for the tamoxifen to clear out of my system. So once I start the new medication, if I have any side effects, then they'll know that the side effects is caused by the new medication. We'll see in June or July, see if anything changes. But in the meantime, I have to deal with this potential cervical cancer. 2025, I was just battling. I was just trying to hang on, just trying to survive. And finally, January, 4 months ago, I was finally feeling better. And now I'm having another procedure. It hasn't even been 2 years since I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It hasn't even been 2 years since the double mastectomy and reconstruction. I'm not even completely healed physically yet. And it might take another year or two physically, just physically, because people don't see the physical pain. They just think, oh, you look good, you look healthy. The nerves are growing back. So there are a lot of women out there thinking, when is this going to end? It may take a while. I mean, for me, it took, 14 months to get better after taking tamoxifen? 14 months? It may be shorter for other women, it may be longer. Everybody is different, right? Everybody is different. Medications are different. Our bodies take medication differently. Something might work for somebody else, it might not work for another person. Hang in there, we don't know when it's going to get better, but it will get better. It will get better for you too. Just hang in there.